today I'm gonna do something with some absorbent ground. So basically absorbent ground, I don't know if you can see it without me pouring it all over. It is a medium for prepping the surface that makes whatever you're putting it on react similar to watercolor paper. So it's got more absorption to it. So I'm gonna put that on first, and it's kind of thick and white. It's gonna go on like gesso. Oh, my brush is dirty, so it's not yellow, just my brush. And I mean, there's no benefit to putting it on super thick. The more you put on, the more you have to wait for it to dry. So, oh, and I clearly did not want yellow, but my brush is not clean, so fabulous. I'm just gonna layer this on, wait for it to dry, and we'll come back, and I think I'm gonna play with some graphite today. All right, so my absorbent ground is dry. And I'm thinking I want like a stripe across the middle. I haven't really thought this through. And then I thought maybe paint, but then I'm just gonna do it with graphite because I really haven't used it yet. So I have a rubber glove because I'm gonna apply it with my hands. And I'm just gonna take some artist tape to make a stripe. I'm putting it on my jeans really quick just so I know it won't tear up the paper. And I'm thinking just kind of making that inclusion part of the stripe. You could use painter's tape. I totally used a lot of this tape. I don't need that much, but anyway. And I'll go here. And I might have taken too much of the stickiness off. All right. Clearly I did. That may or may not work. So let me put my glove on so I don't have all this puddle. And you could probably apply it with a brush or, I mean, anything really. It's just pencil. It's like ground powdered pencil. I saw Nancy Crawford use this and I was like, oh my God, I have to buy it. And then I haven't used it since. So basically it's powdered pencil. Now you could just use a regular graphite pencil and like blend it with like a blending stump. All right, and it's kind of messy. That's why I'm using this. So my tape is not staying on there as well as I want. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna make this graphite area. We'll see how this goes. All right, so ideally I can peel off this tape. Didn't really stick real well. Use better tape. And I should have a crisp-ish line. And I kind of like that look. It's like a new, instead of painting it black, it's got this really kind of graphite-y, chalky look. All right, I'm gonna go get an eraser. I'm gonna take this glove off and I'll be right back. All right, so one of the cool things about it being pencil should be that it should erase away. Or not. Or I'm blending it in. Alrighty then. It should erase away. Or I could baby wipe it away. How about that? Well, and then there's that. It might be because it's on the absorbent ground. It's gripping everything I've put down. Let's see. Oh, that's definitely working better than the pencil. I'm thinking I might even want to blur it right up next to the thing. Let's see, like if I took my finger in there, what happens if I just blur the lines? Oh, happy. Oh my God, I think I just had a moment in my pants. Okay, let's try that again over here. Let me clean that up first. Happy place. Just like in the grunginess. Oh, I got my fingerprints all over. How great is that? There we go. And I have to blur these lines too because that makes me happy. Oh yes. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so like now what do you do with that? I don't know, I just wanted to really use the product. So I'm thinking, I took out this stencil. Would it be cool to have like graphite images kind of coming off of it? So I'm gonna go get another baby wipe. I'm not baby wipe, glove, because I'm messy already. Well, I thought, why not see what it would look like if I used a brush? Because maybe it works that way too. I have no idea. So I'm thinking, let's put like a little leafy guy here. I'm just putting it, I don't know if you can see it, into the lid and getting it on there. What does it do? Oh, stop it right now. Stop right now. This might be the coolest thing ever. All right, let's see. How cool is that? That is cool. Okay, through a stencil, freaking fabulous. Let's just see if I can't get another leafy guy. Well, now, because now I just want to do this, because look at how cool that is. Honestly. Coolest thing ever. See, wasn't even thinking this is what I was going to do. Just said, hey, let's see if it goes on with a brush. And it does. Pretty freaking spectacularly, too. Totally having a moment. Can you feel it? I'm totally having a moment. Let's see, do I want one more? Because you kind of need 3. I want that same one. I want that direction. Not sure. I mean, I could just do it randomly, right? And then maybe I want it that way is probably better. Okay, let's just, like there's a better, it's a freaking leaf. Okay, so just gonna go through here. This is the coolest. I mean, this just opened up so many. Every stencil I have, I am going to put graphite through. This might be mind-blowing. I don't know if you're feeling it. I'm feeling it. Who knew? Wow. Okay, mind blown. Officially blown. And I blew on that, see? All right, so I'm just gonna close this up. It is absolutely messy. And I'm sure it's because it was brand new too, like it was packaged with a plastic over it. So I'm just going to then now take my area and do this. But I think the next time I use it, because the first time I opened it up, I kind of powder everywhere. If I store it upright, I don't think I'll have that problem again. But just so I'm not getting, because it's pencil, so it's like getting pencil everywhere. And now I'm just, sketching all over my table. All right, clean up this guy. Oh, I'm just so excited. Okay, so the moment I had it, I don't know what to do now. I'll be back, hopefully with an idea. And yeah, that was pretty damn cool. All right, so when I say if you have that what if moment, you really need to go with that. So I'm about to go with that. And I had this what if moment, like what if it erases away from here? Now I'm not sure it will because, it didn't erase really well before, but what if? So let's try it. And like I said, I think it's because of the ground underneath. I think if this was on gesso, I think it would wipe off, which is probably a good thing or a bad thing, because if it wiped off, then you might have to fix it. I'm now taking the paper off, so I'm not going to go crazy. But I know you can erase into it. It's just maybe my surface. Yeah, that what if moment, it doesn't really work. So at least not on the absorbent ground. So I'll have to try it again on some other surface like gesso or just regular paper to see if it'll work. I have a feeling it will. But yeah, now I'll really be back. All right, so I have been really drawn to white and black. I've been for the past couple of years. And whenever I get something like this, I want white and texture on it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I like script or text, so this is both. And it's my art is stencil, and I'm thinking I want it to run off, and I purposely designed this so it's not like lined up, because I like the fact that you could put it at either end and it kind of ends in different layers. I don't want it at the top, I kind of want it to run off the bottom, but I want a little bit overlapping. So I'm thinking something like that. I'm gonna try, even though every time I try to do this, I put too much, because more is more. But I've got light molding paste here, and I'm just trying to put a thin layer so I can have some white dimension on here. I may or may not paint it. I just know that I like that white contrast. And I've seen other people, even though I don't do it very often, they put the stencil back on and then they can add a color to the top once it's dry. Maybe we'll do that. So I had so much modeling paste still on my brush. I'm thinking, what if I just take this other half, do it from the top coming down over here, because, you know, it's not really about necessarily reading it as much as having that texture and that text in there. So let's see. Oh yeah, that is freaking fabulous. Now I'm gonna scrape, because all that's reusable, but see if I can't scrape this off. Maybe I can just, obviously know it's not gonna wipe off with the baby wipe. All right, so I'll let that dry. That'll take a little while to dry, and I'll come back, but I'm super loving that. All right, so that's kind of almost dry, and I love it. Now, I do want to add a little bit of color. So I've taken out my Stabilo Woodies. So they look, this is the set I have, and they sell them as individuals, or you can get smaller sets, and I have them on the website. But this is the full set of them. And what's cool about these is they're kind of 3 in one. They write like a crayon, like you could just color with them. They turn into a watercolor, and then they also like can write on anything like glass or acrylic paint. So I'm going to, and they come with a cool sharpener because they're like a weird size, and then you could put your paintbrush here if you wanted to travel with it all like that. Anyway, I'm thinking I want to do some like sketchy lines. Do I want to, what color? Of course, teal is probably the color, but I'm thinking maybe I'll go crazy and go for some red-ish. I don't know. Like I want to just kind of scribble. I should just be right, like maybe just want to just scribble, right? Like that's kind of fun. And then let's just see. Of course, these are all dirty, but let's just, do I want to blend it? I mean, I could blend it. I mean, I can kind of just do that and make it like blendy scribble, which is kind of fun too, right? Probably looks like blood now, which maybe that's the vampire thing I got going on. I don't know. I don't, like, this is totally like no idea what I'm doing. I don't think I want my white parts. Anyway, I'm just now just babbling. So, and it writes obviously on the charcoal. Like, do I make like a weird circle? Do I just sketch in some like weird shapey things? I don't know. Could be, could not be. Just adding color. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm just having fun. I love these products. So I guess the fact that I am using them all. Oh, I like that. Of course I rubbed it out. I don't know. I'm just having fun. I've got the products, so let's use them. Now let's see. What would happen if I kind of did this? Let's see, with the what if moment. What happens there? Like, can I keep it watercolory? I kind of like that. All right, so I'm just gonna sit here and play until I've lost the will to live or don't want to play anymore. And it might not be even too much more than this. I just like the pops of color in there. Of course, that teal's never the wrong answer. Getting it out might be, but okay, so like where? So I just went into my stash, and these are those IKEA tags that I've been hoarding. So I kind of like that there, and I was thinking if I glue that down, I can kind of bring that orange line over the top of it too. I'm gonna go get that crappy glue that I have, and I'll be right back. Okay, crappy glue in hand. I mean, it's probably like, it is good glue. It's just, I don't even think the company exists anymore. Oh, got glue everywhere. Okay, let's see. I probably don't need that glue bar on there. And, you know, I just like collaging things that don't even matter. What if I did some tape? Would that be fun? I don't know, maybe. I kind of love the fact that these crayons, I've never used them over graphite, but they can write over everything, and they actually do. Like, look at how potent they are over black. I mean, they're almost better on black. Let's get a little spoogey there, because that's just fun. I mean, I guess there's no reason why I couldn't like do like polka dotty things, right? I totally could do that, which is just weird. But if I do 2, I have to have 3, so that's just weird. Good news is I can smush them. Then I thought, like, washi tape? I got some of that. I got heaps of washi tape. Do I even want that? I might not want text. Chevron? Is that going too crazy? No, I don't want that either. No. It's kind of curling up, but I don't know what I want to do with it. But I like it there. Alright, I'm just really talking to myself now. I kind of want to just color all over with the Stabilos, but I'm not gonna. I don't know what I want to do though. I'll be back. May or may not be a good idea, but they have the black Stabilos, so I was thinking like maybe I don't know. I'm not offended by that. I kind of like that. So maybe that's kind of fun. I don't even know I'm clearly just playing now. But to be honest, this might not be the best page I've ever done. But the freaking graphite going through the stencil is mind-blowing. And the fact that the woodies write over so awesomely the graphite, and you can see them even if you turn them into watercolor over them, which is just mind-blowing. I like everything. I like the whites, the blacks. I don't know where to go with it. And maybe collectively, I'm not sure this whole thing is like, oh my god, best thing I've ever done, but probably the most learned in an Inspiration Wednesday. The most new stuff, because sometimes when I find new stuff, I've done a lot of things. When I find something that blows my hair back, it might be just earth-shattering to me. Alright, again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be back. I'll stop talking. So I kind of started with the masking tape, and I was trying to go with washi tape to see if I liked something, and I didn't. So maybe just going in with a little masking tape and industrialifying. Maybe that, is that a word? Can I make that a word? I kind of like it as a word. Just putting that there. That matches the background. Hear my husband laughing in the background. He's such a loud talker. Maybe I just do this, and then I'll come back with hopefully an idea. If not, we'll just put a tag on it and call it a day. All right, so I just took one of my stamps, Everything Happens for a Reason, stamped on a piece of tape. I'm thinking, because back in my mind I was going, I don't have 3 pieces of tape showing. I wonder if that would just be. Would that be good? Would that be bad? Would that be, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that might be good. I kind of like that. I'm not sure what I'm looking at up here. I think I might need to gushify, because that's also a real word. Some of this. And I might make a hot mess, and I think I'm okay with that too. So if you're looking for a fairly decent outcome, you probably should stop here. I'm gonna just keep going. Not because I don't like this, I think I like it so much that I just want to see what would happen if, because I think all the elements are so intriguing to me that I didn't know. They weren't like something in my repertoire that I was teaching you, they just kind of happened. That now I'm just taking some Titan Buff, and I don't know, I'm playing. So Lord knows where this ends, and to be honest, it doesn't really matter because, like I said, it's Inspiration Wednesday, so that's what it's for, but adding a little bit of gesso to my palette here, because, or my face. Adding a little gesso to my face. It went over all over my face. Is it on my glasses? Yeah, can you see it on my glasses? I'm just gonna, lost my train of thought, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just gonna stop talking. I just wanna see the blendability. I put a little water on my fingernails. What's gonna happen? This is kind of just, oh, is it gonna bleed? Stop it right now. Just make me happy. Yeah, so like I said, if you wanted something that you're like, oh, I can call this finished, you probably should stop this. I'm just gonna keep playing. I just like layers. So no idea where this is gonna end up. Could be good, could be bad, could be the best thing I've ever done. The likelihood of that is small. Especially when I pick up that much paint on my finger. I just kind of like putting it into the graphite too. I'm just still playing. Digging that undertone of teal in there, so I'm just gonna go directly to the thing and just kind of put it in there, I think. You know, it also has a white one, so you know how we search for that perfect white pen? Guess what? It's a crayon. Writes over everything. All right, I am going to stamp my date. So today I've already changed it to May 25th and put it on there. I have to say, I am so ecstatic that I went the extra couple minutes on this. Again, this one's not going to go down as the best page I've ever done, but I really kind of love it in the sense that I learned so much from it. And again, that stupid graphite that I've been holding on to forever because I saw Nancy Crawford do something awesome with it and just, you know, as long as I had it, made me awesome too. The fact that I finally used it through the stencil, those leaves have never looked better in their lives with that graphite. I mean, it was so simple. So I have this little caddy in front of me, and in it is like all the stuff I use for Inspiration Wednesday. I have now put that in there because that's going to become a staple in, I think, my life in general. Who knew? I know the search for getting the perfect stenciling has been this quest for so many of us, and that graphite was super simple. And like I said, I want to play around a little more with it and like experiment on different backgrounds. I made this background amazingly porous, so that's why I think it doesn't erase up. But the way that I think we could use it that would be even more fun is if you put it down and erase it back into a design, or put a stencil on top of it and erase it back. So anyway, I'm getting all kind of excited. I'm gonna rip this. My dogs are barking, there's people outside. And I'm gonna staple this guy right here. This is an amazing Inspiration Wednesday. All right, so go forth and prosper and make a mess and graphite yourself some kind of little bit of happiness. That leaf stencil, spectacular through here. Yeah, so the Woody Stabilos, if you haven't used these, I bet you a lot of you even have them and you don't use them as much as you should, but they write over everything. I mean, they're a great line. I did spray this with a fixative before I came back this time, just to make sure nothing's gonna rub away. Clearly it wouldn't even erase away, so I probably didn't need to do that. My little dog is gonna keep barking while I'm talking, so I better cut this short. But anyway, awesome Inspiration Wednesday. I'm so glad I shared these moments with you, and I'll see you back here in 2 weeks.